Okay, so welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I talk about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, and his beautiful wife, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. And here I am definitely pro the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So if you are not pro the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and you want to be like really mean and horrible and toxic and da 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 da, this is not the right place, okay? Because here I love them and I want you to love them too. So actually, if you don't love them, my whole job right now is to convince you to change your mind, because I think they're wonderful, and I think if you give them a chance, you will see just how wonderful they are. Okay, so this is my second video for today. The first one I had this tied up, and now I'm like, I just let myself loose. So I hope, I hope it's okay. This ear is hurting because I had to force shove the earring into a very small you know opening, if you will. And it's hurting. It's like, oh mommy, that was really just bad. So I can't wait to take those out. Okay. um these earrings, I really like them, but they're not the best. Sort of like they are they have a very thick thing that you put into the hole. Okay. It's too big. It's like, ow. Okay, so anyway, in this video, I'm a little bit, I know sometimes I go off on this whole other like thing, and I'm like, I don't know, it just happens when I get on camera. It's like when I write, something takes over me. It's like the devil. It is like I say horrible things. And sometimes when I film myself on these videos, I say things that I think are a little bit, like, how could you say that? But yeah, it comes out. Okay. So in this video, I wanted to talk about the influencer princess, because apparently, well, not apparently, I happened to stumble upon this video the other day by a YouTuber. She has a lot. She's got a huge following. In fact, everybody has a huge following except for me. Like, I don't understand it. And they all are just saying all these horrible things about Meghan and Harry, and people just laugh it up and they love it. I don't know, why do people like the purient and the toxic and the awful? It just convinces me that earth is hell, and that it's meant to be that way. And that's what really, you know powers earth is evil, negativity, toxicity, because people like it better. People are much more interested in hearing the horrible, the graphic, the purient, the filthy, than they are to talk about like meditation and world peace. You know what I mean? It's like, you know this is hell, believe me. But anyway, I digress. So, this woman who has a very big following, and she was saying the other day how Meghan is now becoming an influencer, and she's going back to her pre-tig, to her tig days before she became a duchess. And to this girl, that meant that Meghan had sort of she had regressed, and she's basically bringing down the monarchy. And it was another reason why she felt that the title of Duchess should be taken away from Meghan, because if you're going to be an influencer anyway, you don't need these titles. And I found that very interesting, because who is a bigger influencer than a British princess, right? I mean, Princess Margaret, right, was an influencer in her generation. She was a rebel. She, loved this man who was considerably younger than her, 17 years. I mean, even I didn't do 17 years. Let me see. Um, wow. I mean, anyway, let's not go there. But in fact, I think I beat her. I actually beat her by quite a bit, actually, because see, I look very young. So, like, I think normal more, if I color my hair, right? So, men who are my age. I think once in my life, a man of my age, I dated a man of my age. I never really dated a man of my age. They're always a lot younger and like up to like 20 years younger or more. I think, let me see. I think even more than 20 years, actually. And when I'm not a cradle robber. No, I hardly ever date, actually. I don't date a lot, actually. I like my life alone. It's, it's not very stressful and it's very tranquil and peaceful. But when I do date, it's typically a man who's considerably younger than I am. I mean, like up to 20 years or more younger. So I'm not like knocking Princess Margaret when I say that, oh, she dated this man 17 years her junior. But I'm saying that at the time that she did that, I don't know that a lot of women were doing that. You know what I mean? So to me, that's kind of like an influencer because then it tells women it's okay. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm a princess. This man is so much younger than me, and I'm dating him, and there's nothing wrong with that. And in fact, there isn't anything wrong with that because I've never been the aggressor in any of these, like, liaisons. I mean, I've never pursued anybody, you know what I mean? And no one can tell that I'm older because they look so much older than me typically, even though they're 20 years younger, which is just crazy. And and so yeah, there's nothing wrong. I mean, if you like somebody and you're attracted to somebody and they like you and they're attracted to you. Although in fact, maybe I would say that if, I don't know that I would marry someone 20 years younger. Although maybe it's better because women live longer, don't they? We typically, not always. What the hell am I talking about? Why am I sharing all of this with you? I have no idea. It's the pancakes, right? I had the pancakes for breakfast this morning. But no, not pancakes. I had French toast. But I don't think there's anything wrong with dating a man younger than you if you love him and if he loves you and if he looks older. I think there's something wrong if you look older than him. But I think if he looks older than you and he's mature and you can it depends. It's very sensitive. Okay. Okay. However, Princess Margaret was like this. So she was an influencer princess. So I don't know why they're saying that Meghan is an influencer so that she can't also be a princess or a duchess. I mean, Princess Kate Middleton of Kate, what's her name? Princess of Wales. Okay, she's a big influencer in terms of her fashions, right? um, she everything she wears, all the girls in England and even other parts of the world want to wear. I follow a lot of English influencers. It just happens to be, I follow Josie on Fashion Mumbler. I follow Lydia on Lydia Mellon, Lydia Mellon actually has a line with um, Karen Millen, who is a British designer, I believe. And Princess Kate recently wore a British designer, and everybody wanted the dress. All the girls in England wanted the dress. And Lydia Millen, who is not related to Karen Millen, to my knowledge, she can't stop talking about the fact that Princess Kate wore this Karen Millen dress, right? So this is influencer, right? Princess Diana was the biggest influencer of them all. I mean, she continues to inform us in terms of her fashion looks and so on and so forth. And other princesses outside of England, like as I said in the blog post over on Meghan and Harry Advisors.blogspot.com, which nobody reads, so it's kind of like discouraging me from like writing. But Princess Stephanie of Monaco was also a huge influencer princess in the 80s. With her black leather jacket and the smoking. I mean, I remember her. I mean, I was like, oh my God, I want a black leather jacket. And yes, I wanted to smoke because at that time it seemed to me that that was so cool. I mean, I don't smoke, but at the time when you're looking at these people, they're influencing you. You're wanting to like, oh, if they can do it, you can do it. Um, so the idea that Megan is how much time? I gotta stop. It's 10 minutes. that Meghan is an influencer, so therefore she should be stripped of her Duchess title is just so completely ridiculous, so hateful, so typically hateful that, like, I mean, you just want to just tell this one, shut up, you know? That was a little violent. But yeah, you just want them to shut up, you know? Don't you want them to shut up? I want them to shut up, shut up, shut up, okay? She's a princess, she's a duchess, and deal with it. I gotta go.